Hey there, fans of Brotherly Love Wrestling. It is I, Vic Delicious.
Philly's own, the Mecca here.
It is the real McCoy, J.D.X. Justin D. Xavier. And
it's your man, CD, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City.
Hey there, Brotherly Love Wrestling. Bill Carr here.
Hey everyone, this is two-time guest Wheeler Yuta.
Two bozos from Philadelphia flapping their gums about pro wrestling this, pro wrestling that.
Which is not that unique in the grand scheme of things yet.
You are in for a treat because you're tuned in to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Philadelphia, are you ready?
No! They said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brotherly Love Wrestling. Larry, busy doing the legwork of the show like normal, trying to research some topics to talk about. So we decided to hit record and just go for it. So this could be about 30 minutes of silence. Or if you're watching, you can get Larry's shiny head and my very nice Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt for the duration of this whole show. Or we might pull something out of our asses and actually have a show for you today. But it's a mystery, like evolution.
Nice throwback.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, so
you want to tell them what you're trying to figure out about this intercontinental continental tournament round robin type thingy?
Like Joe was saying, not that there's not a lot going on.
There's plenty going on but
in wrestling.
You know what? Everybody's talking about what's going on. Nobody's talking about what's not going on. Does that make any sense?
Everyone's doing something. We're going to do nothing.
Absolutely.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
So
we're going to do something about nothing.
Well, look, the CM Punk thing has cooled down for WWE.
No,
and
it's not really. It's just he hasn't been on TV since Monday, so it hasn't cooled down until he.
Yeah, no, he's not going to be on TV till Friday on SmackDown. So he wasn't on SmackDown this week. He wasn't on Raw this week. So this past week, excuse me.
Hold on, before we get into the round robin.
Mm-hmm.
Jogging memories.
Okay.
Or just jostling a couple things up in the old noggin.
Okay.
What do you think about Randy Orton's decision?
I think it makes sense.
It's overpopulated over on Raw, isn't it? Not enough room for Randy to move around. But a guy like Randy Orton can be inserted into anything at any point in time, even if it is against the head of the table and his lackeys, so to speak, the bloodline.
Because that's the rumor at this point, that it's going to be Reigns Orton at Rumble, I believe. That's what they're kind of building to.
If you're going to do a quote-unquote filler match, it might as well be against Randy Orton. You'll get the most out of it over there.
What is your reaction to everyone, like, not everyone, but people being labeled as free agents when they come back or when they make their debut in the company, and they're big names like Orton, like Punk, and they're free agents and they have to sign them somewhere? Would you rather them stay free agent, be able to bounce back and forth like you said with Orton, or do you like nailing them down to a certain brand?
All right, so I like the brand split. Not 100%, but I like it in the fact that you don't oversaturate any one person for the most part. Because if you have guys like Orton or anybody really that you're going to bounce back and forth, obviously they're probably going to, if they're a bigger name, they're going to be a main focal point on both shows. Mm-hmm. You don't really need that unless you're running like a white hot, like great storyline and you're going to jump shows, which you don't really do that because you have two brands. Very seldom is it Roman's going to come over to Raw unless it's like a special Raw, like a Raw 30 or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with the brand split. I'm good with nailing down because you have a draft. I mean, you're going to get mixed up at some point in time anyway. So just run the story. They're doing a good job running storylines. So as long as they're doing that, I'm perfectly fine with
Okay.
Randy Orton deciding to go to SmackDown. And him RKO and Nick Aldis was a bonus in itself.
I agree.
I mean, you said this. You wanted managers to be more involved.
Yeah.
Or general managers, I should say, to be more involved, get more hands-on. Well, there's nothing more hands-on than getting an RKO.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I like that.
What are your thoughts on it?
I was kind of back and forth on it because, like, I agree with you. I've always liked the brand split. Even when people haven't liked it, I've always liked it. I might not at times have liked the way they were doing things, but I always like 2 shows, 2 rosters, independent. I liked that idea.
Because you're thinking of like 2008.
Yeah, yeah. But there's always been people that hate it.
Have 2 brands.
Yeah.
I like fuck that, because we're never gonna relive the Attitude Era with the WCW, NW, or WCW and WWF.
No.
We're never gonna relive it.
No.
But if you have 2 really good brands in the same company, and that's why when NXT was fucking really, when it was black and gold, and I know it's getting back there, but they still don't have the big names yet.
You're right.
But if you have 2 really good rosters, just battle each other for who's going to do better numbers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best for business. If you're, because they're basically, I know you have other options out there, but there's still a long shot of numero uno.
Yeah.
There's not anyone in sight of that. So while that is the case, and God forbid if AEW ever gets to that point of where they're consistently getting 2-3 million viewers, and you got like a true
competitor,
yeah, by all means, battle them. But for now, you're the only one on top, and you're at the top of the mountain. There's still people climbing, and they're far behind you. So if you have a white hot roster right now, utilize it.
Yeah, I don't
foresee the roster changing anytime, not drastically.
Not
you're
drastically.
You're going to have superstars, quote unquote, WWE superstars for a while.
Yeah.
So I mean, keep them on different shows. Let the 2 brands battle for who's better. See who has the better storylines.
Yeah, with a guy like Punk,
he's got to find a home.
He has to in order to build.
He has to have a storyline.
Yeah,
he has to finish the story.
No,
Actually,
he has to begin.
He has to start the story.
Yeah,
he can't read.
Yeah.
He's from Chicago. What do you expect? They can't even make a pizza right.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I'm back and forth. Like I said, I like Orton on SmackDown because he is perennial Raw guy. Like they said, I like switching it up a little bit, having him as a SmackDown star.
They don't need him on Raw.
No, they don't. And
I mean,
I think that's because, and also Punk is going to end up on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, but they also have Cody, they have Seth, they have Jey Uso, they have Drew McIntyre, they have Sami Zayn, they have
the whole Judgment Day.
The whole Judgment Day. What's Walter on? SmackDown?
Imperium, Raw.
So they have Imperium. You
have DIY as well on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, you got a lot.
You have Otis.
You have Rhea.
Otis and the Alpha Academy.
You have Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot.
There's a lot, yeah.
You got a lot on Raw. Raw's the extra hour show, so you better have more.
Of course.
More firepower. But, I mean...
Rollins. I didn't even say Rollins, I don't think.
I thought I said Rollins second.
Did you?
First. I said Cody, then Rollins.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I was just thinking with Punk that obviously that's where everyone thinks it's going to go.
SmackDown's riding Bloodline.
That's fine. And they should.
Got them that far.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you got LA Knight over there with them too.
Yeah.
Which we forgot to mention last week when we were talking on the show last week, and we were mentioning a bunch of stars about Punk and stuff like that, and we completely neglected LA Knight when we were talking about that.
Because I think we were talking about first feud. If it happens,
right,
I don't think LA Knight should be his first feud, but by all means, I hope they mix it up at some point.
Yeah. But you know what? Now that he's announced for SmackDown, it just makes me more excited for the possibility of Grayson Waller interrupting him and having that be his first match, even though I believe he's going to stay on Raw.
Yeah, but he might float a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm more intrigued that now that they're on the same show and it's a possibility of him and Heyman somehow
crossing paths, even if it's in the back real quick.
I just want to see it in the back and a stupid smirk from Punk and a stupid face from Heyman, like kind of like scared and confused all at the same, like a deer in headlights. Like,
yes. Yeah. I think you're deaf. I think,
but I want him to be wearing the fucking the lay.
The tribal jeans,
and I want Punk to flick it and be like, huh. You never had to wear that when you were with me.
It's going to happen. I think it's absolutely 1,000%. I
just want an acknowledgement.
It will
from Heyman and Punk.
I think it would be a big disservice if they don't do anything. Like, you need just walking by each other.
It's a pop.
Yeah,
it's a fucking pop.
They have
it's a
to
cheap pop.
Yeah, they absolutely have to do it Friday night on SmackDown.
How many cheap pops do you get anymore? You need more cheap pops.
They'll do it. I have faith that they're going to.
I'm excited for that. What if LA Knight interrupts him?
I mean, he'll be good. Don't get me wrong. I actually want Grayson Waller too. Like, I want the young guy to go after Punk. But
he better bring his A game.
Yeah, Grayson Waller has it. So Grayson Waller doesn't worry me. So I really hope those two things happen. Actually, do you want to move on to the Continental Classic?
The Continental Classic, yes, the Continental Breakfast. The eggs over my hammy. That's what I'm going to call this. I just went from 3 words and just changed this to Denny's most popular breakfast combo. Who's winning the Moons Over My Hammy cup? Cup chip. Chip cup. What is this for? What is another fucking tournament
I'm waiting for you to be done talking. I can tell you what it's for.
Fine.
You good? You ready?
Am I good? No. Am I ready? No. But proceed.
So it's going to be a new championship. And it's going to conclude at World's End on December 30th.
What is that?
The pay-per-view.
It's a pay-per-view?
Yeah, you know, the New Japan and
Sure.
The Forbidden Door type event?
The Forbidden Door. A new fucking championship. Just what they fucking need. Do they highlight any of their titles besides the one? I see fucking, what's his name? Taz's kid still carrying around the FTW championship.
Yeah.
That means nothing.
It's all, well, I mean,
it means more. Nothing.
It meant more in ECW. It actually meant something in ECW. Never meant anything.
It means nothing. They have useless fucking championships. You have the Pacific Rim fucking title. You got TBS, TNT, the DDT, the TBT, the OPP, and the CDC. All those championships.
I believe half of those don't exist.
Half?
Yeah.
I said it. It's going to happen. We got the fucking Moons Over My Hammy coming in hot, fresh off the plate. Make sure you get extra bacon.
What? Anyway,
what the
this Continental Classic, and I think look, if this is the case, if what we are seeing right now is a peek into the future of AEW and how they're going to start booking their shows and leading to pay-per-views and stuff like that, I will fully check out of AEW. I will no longer watch AEW. I don't care who's on. I don't care if it's Edge
first.
Yeah, I don't care who's in that company, because Moxley, they asked Moxley about Punk, and Moxley said they do sports entertainment, we do more athletic wrestling. To which my wait. To which my brain instantly
so fucking full of
had
shit.
a screenshot in its head of MJF and Jericho doing a musical number, a Broadway number on Dynamite. Like, no, you guys do the same shit. Like,
they do it worse.
It's all the same shit. Pro wrestling is sports entertainment. Even though wrestling fans think that's a dirty word, it is sports entertainment, whether we like it or not. It's what it is.
Mox, why don't you just say, yeah, he does wrestling. I bleed.
Well, yeah.
I bleed for a living.
I mean,
all my matches
that
have
would make
blood.
sense. But if you're going to do this tournament, and it's 3 points for a win, and no points for a loss, and like,
how many points for a double count out?
Dude, it's just monotonous. And you're trying.
What does this title even mean? What is this title? What
do you mean?
What is it supposed to like? What kind of title is it? Like, is this just like it's just a title to say you have a title? They need more titles because they have an overcrowded fucking.
It's going to be the AEW Continental Championship, is what it's called.
It's so fucking stupid and pointless. It's pointless. They have too much roster. And they're like, oh, we need these guys to mean something.
But okay, wait, let me answer this. Like you said, what does it mean?
Yeah, what does it fucking mean?
With the winner of the tournament, so basically they're having all this, and they're also having the Ring of Honor and strong weight, open weight championship from New Japan.
Yeah.
All being decided in this main.
So this is eliminating all those titles to make it this title. So
you're becoming
a cross promotional championship. So you're
holding all three, and it's going to be declared the first Triple Crown champion representing AEW, ROH, and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
So they're finding a way to incorporate it into 3 different companies.
And as it goes, like, so apparently this is
going to be... Do you need a championship to do that? Can't you just go across and just...
Theoretically, yeah, absolutely. You do not need a championship for that. But, I mean, this is an official way of doing it. And apparently once it's...
I think if you're an official, you can officially make it official.
When it comes around again, whoever is the champion will automatically be entered into the tournament next year or the next time. Like, whoever the holder is at that point. But, like, so what I'm getting is they're going to be defending this throughout the year until the tournament, and then they'll be
for 3 different promotions.
Yes, yeah.
So you're going to see them at Wrestle Kingdom. You're going to see them at
ROH's Final Battle.
Yeah. You're going to see it in a couple. Cool.
So the members, just so to run them through for you.
Okay.
Swerve, Jay Lethal, Jay White, Roosh, Moxley, Briscoe, Claudio, Garcia, Brody King, Eddie Kingston, Andrade, Danielson. Am I missing anybody? No, I think I got everybody. Yeah, I got everybody.
Just another
title
on Moxley.
They have it split between a blue league and a gold league.
And the winner of the blue league wrestles the winner of the gold league
at World's End.
Yeah, World's End.
December 27th
Just
will
like
be
that.
The league finals.
Did they strategically make Mox and Danielson in 2 separate divisions?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's shocking. My God.
Yes.
Wow. No. Get out of town. I can't believe that happened.
So the top 2 from each league will be wrestling December 27th on Dynamite.
Cool.
2 winners of each match will, of course, end up at World's End on the 30th.
If there was one thing I could give 2 shits about, it's this.
It's a tournament.
Yeah, I'm fucking sick and tired of their fucking tournaments. They're tournaments just to have fucking tournaments because they can't develop a fucking story.
Which
they suck.
Which is not the case because they can.
Because they have too much fucking talent and they can't fucking all those people that you just listed. If they were to actually put fucking thought and whatnot behind a goddamn story, they wouldn't be able to get all of them on TV. They wouldn't. They wouldn't be able to get all those people on TV. But the rest of the roster, that's not even in the fucking tournament. They're doing tournaments because they got too much fucking roster space.
True.
They have way too much. So you have to have a fucking tournament every other fucking week just because you have too much fucking talent. Because Tony Khan wants to hug people instead of fucking running a company. The fucking jerk off. Dude, it's a shambles. It's fucking... It's not wrestling. It's just fucking... I mean, it's thrown together shit.
It is wrestling.
Mm-hmm. It's wrestling loosely defined because you got no fucking direction. When you have no direction for that many people, what do? Oh, we do a tournament. There we go. We haven't done that ever. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could fucking just imagine those round table fucking meetings. What have we done in a while? Let's put our heads together. We got nothing for Mox. We got nothing for Danielson. We want to get this fucking title off of Kingston. He means nothing to the company. He's just there. We'll have him lose it, and we'll have someone else win it, and we'll call it the Continental Breakfast. And you'll be able to eat breakfast on any continent you want. I think you've lost track of what we were going for. What were we actually going for here? We're trying to decide what to do with all these people on TV. So how did we get on breakfast? I don't know. You tell me. Next question. That's how these fucking meetings go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the hardworking talent over there at AEW that has to deal with fucking not enough fucking TV time and promises that you're going to be.
See, the thing is, they have TV time. They have plenty of it. It's what they do with it is the problem.
Yeah, because they feature the same people every single week.
You have Rampage. You have Collision.
Who's watching Rampage?
I agree.
Nobody.
But that's what I'm saying. You have
nobody. That's basically there to fill an extra hour for a live show.
You have 5 hours of television.
Yeah.
5 hours.
Bad.
Compared to WWE's 7.
Yeah.
Right?
No, you're talking about NXT. You don't care. AEW doesn't even recognize them. They're developmental. So you're looking at 5 versus 5.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Even if you say 5 versus 5,
and you're only getting main roster talent when they need to really just stick it to fucking AEW.
Well, yeah.
You want to run Wednesday? Okay, we're gonna put our best, and then we're gonna bring in John Cena and crush
and Undertaker.
Undertaker.
Jesus. And Becky Lynch and Paul Heyman. Yeah. But see, I don't.
So you agree? They have too much. They might not have too much talent. They just have the same people on TV.
They have too much talent. That is for damn sure they have too much talent. I think because we have seen.
Well, they have 2 companies.
They have,
but one company isn't on TV.
Well, yeah, but so I'm not even counting.
So now you even.
I'm not even counting. I'm not counting Ring of Honor
because Ring of Honor people wrestle in AEW.
I agree, but not on TV for Ring of Honor.
No, not on TV for Ring of Honor, but you have Ring of Honor roster that jumps back and forth.
Yeah.
So now you have.
Now you have
more talent. You have more talent, though. That's more talent. That's people that are in Ring of Honor, quote unquote, but taking TV time from AEW roster people, Rastafarians.
No, that's not how that works.
Gotcha.
Not how it works.
That's not how it works.
No.
I'm still caught on breakfast. Continue.
No. I just think that there's ability to tell stories there. It's obvious they are able to do it. Otherwise, MJF story
is it just
wouldn't
the talent,
be so
though?
good.
Is it just the talent that knows how to do it? It's not. Is it not writing? Is it just the person who is doing it?
I want to say yes, because we've always had this perception.
Because they don't have enough people that can work a story.
Yeah, but they've been giving this perception since the very beginning that we don't have writers. We do everything ourselves.
It shows.
But it shows negatively and positively. It shows when you have creative people who know how to write stories and how to perform those stories. And then when people don't. That's why when we look at someone like Wardlow, what do we blame that on? Do you blame that on a Tony Khan? Yes. Do you blame it, or do you blame it on Wardlow? Is it Khan writing or is it Wardlow writing? That's my question.
Either way, it's bad. So if you're the owner of a company and he can't do it, what are you doing for him?
But
you're not helping you or him.
But if it's not him and he's left to his own devices,
then you have to pull him.
Exactly.
If you can't do then guess who that falls back on? Ownership.
Sure. Yeah.
If you're putting people out there that just aren't interesting or they don't know how to cut a promo, work a storyline, work an angle, make it interesting, you're just a fantastic wrestler, then I mean, what's going to get people to watch? Is it the same moves done over and over and over again, or is it an actual story that you can sink your teeth into? Is it characters that you can actually get behind?
I mean, we know how to, what answer we want for that.
But
their audience doesn't.
Yeah, but you're never gonna grow.
They don't want to grow.
Well, that's the thing, though. If you're not gonna grow, you're gonna go out of business. You're not.
I don't think they are.
How?
So, all right.
They don't have sustainable.
What do you mean how? Like
yeah,
you said, how?
What is he just gonna keep? What is he gonna go? Just keep dumping money into it?
I don't necessarily believe this.
You think he's gonna be like, Daddy's gonna be like, well, yeah, you've lost me fucking 65 million, but that's okay.
Well, look, this is
the look.
I said, like, I don't believe this, but I heard it said, and I thought it was funny when I heard it.
All right.
So
I hope it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to say I hope it's true, but I think it'd be funny if it was true.
I don't even know what you're gonna say.
So Vince Russo,
okay, God, now
it's
exactly,
not true. Exactly.
Right.
Has talked, but he made sense when he said this. He said, "Answer me this: how can a company put up ratings like they have put up in their first 3-4 years, compared to another company who is putting up 2 million, and you're gonna then give them a show? They can't even crack 1 million people on a weekly basis. They can't. They haven't done it.
TV's not gonna want that.
Okay, so then all of a sudden you're gonna give them a show on Saturday night prime time for 2 hours, and you're just going to give that to them when they can't crack 1 million? He said, what show on television can do that and then get another show? It doesn't happen. It's not very likely. He said, do you know why why AEW has a second show? Is because Tony Khan is paying for TV time. He's not getting money from the network. He's paying them to air his stuff. They're not paying him and then going to yank it. That's why he's not getting canceled. Yeah. Is because he's doing it all.
Here's the thing, though. If the one side on Wednesday isn't making what you need to pay for Saturday or Friday, for that instance, then you're going to keep going further and further into the red. And he's not going to be able to sustain it.
I understand what you're saying.
He could sustain it for a while because they got a rich family.
Exactly.
But Daddy didn't fucking make money by losing money.
True.
And the way that
this isn't all Tony has. This isn't all Tony has. He has a soccer club. He has stake in Jacksonville Jaguars, and the NFL is a $9 billion a year profit to all the owners. So Tony Khan's not exactly, just because AEW might not be a cash cow, Tony Khan's still, with Daddy's money and with his own money.
This is an expensive hobby then.
I agree, but to him, it's worth it.
Yeah, but don't be blind. Put on the glasses, as our friends would say.
Mm-hmm.
If you could tell that it's run like it's a fucking hobby.
I wouldn't say hobby. I think hobby's a little. A hobby is not the right word.
He's passionate about it.
Yes.
It's like a labor of love.
Yes. That's better.
It's a hobby. That's a glorified fucking hobby.
It's not a hobby.
If I put together a fucking, let's say I buy a Roadrunner and I put like 30 G's into it, and my value of it is 25 grand.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hobby. It was an expensive hobby, but it was a hobby, and it was a labor of love.
Running a business is not a hobby. Running what we are doing is a hobby.
This is a hobby. We're not going to pay for it, but we're also not putting much into it.
No, correct. But
we do a better show than AEW. I mean, it's amazing how little you have to put in to be better.
Running a business is not a hobby. It's too much work.
It's a very expensive. It's a very expensive hobby, and yes, it's a labor of love. It's not going to make him anything. But in the same breath as if it loses, it's not going to be on forever.
I agree.
You're not
keeps losing.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though: you're not gaining the viewers, and if you're not worried about growing, then you're going to stay with the same viewers, and it's just never going to grow. And you're not making money right now, so if it never grows, you're going to continue to lose money. Like you have to do something like bringing.
I don't see them. I don't see them. They are
No,
stuck
they're
in
not.
this alternative mindset.
They're not going to, and it's going to be like crazy when all's said and done to be like, wow, it lasted a lot longer than some people thought, but it was dying for a while.
Fast forward 10 years from now,
AEW doesn't exist.
What is the one reason, if you can put it one reason?
They WCW it. They just WCW it. And TNA, they go down the same path. They just have more backer money to do so. I mean, Ted Turner was a billionaire, but
what do you attribute to that? Aside that, stop the AEW TNA bullshit. Like, is it lack of knowledge? Is it stubbornness? What do you think will be the downfall? Look, we hope there's not. I don't want there to be an AEW downfall. I want AEW to be around. I want them maybe to change their mindset a little bit and grow a little bit more. But if it is a downfall, what is the cause? There's too many talented wrestlers out there that need AEW that should be seen every week. I don't want AEW to go away.
I don't want AEW to go away either, but I want certain people in AEW to go away, and I want certain people to actually step forward and run the goddamn show like it's supposed to. Like, get Edge and Christian off of TV as great as they are. Put them in the back. Let them mold. Like, you could do that from the camera side too, I guess, with in-ring and whatnot, but from their stories of going down to NXT and working with guys like Johnny Gargano and stuff like that, and like talking to Adam Cole and stuff, like they have so much. There's people there with so much knowledge. Like, just get the right people.
You don't think that the people there behind the scenes now have enough knowledge?
They do. That's
the thing that bothers me the most.
Yeah, but they're the people that they like. I feel like AEW is just this cushy job where Tony Khan's just throwing fucking money at these guys, like the Kevin Sullivans, the Arn Andersons, Dustin Rhodes. Like, I feel like Tony Khan's just paying them. They're collecting a paycheck, and they're still relevant to do their podcast and sell their fucking merch. They live like the fucking corniest corny life. Like, they just can't get out of that fucking mindset of like just living the fucking corny life. Like, they live and breathe wrestling, but they're past the time of where they want to think about fucking developing storylines and shit. Like, they're going into their 70s. Like, it's like asking Flair to put together a coherent fucking sentence. Mm-hmm. Like, those guys have all drank themselves pretty fucking heavily for a long fucking time.
I'm so glad you said that. What do you think about
Flair's promo?
Flair's promo that got cut. We didn't, but we heard what it was when he said all the women
18 to 28
meet me at my hotel room, no boyfriends, no husbands, and they cut the line on Rampage. So you sign Ric Flair and then are surprised
fucking say
that he's Ric Flair.
He's done this for longer than I've been born, longer than I've been on this earth.
Yeah.
Flair has been doing this.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Because you want to have be on some sort of fucking goofy high horse?
I thought AEW could say anything.
No, here's the thing though. AEW is,
you can bleed, you can say go fuck yourself, but he can't say that.
AEW is all talk. One. And they don't. Tony Khan doesn't strike me as the person that likes that generation of wrestler.
You and mean a wrestling nerd does not
like the golden era of wrestling
relate to a Ric Flair who has more?
Him?
Yeah.
He doesn't relate to my shoe, let alone fucking a person.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but I just
Here's the thing though. The history is at the other company. What I see, if you're telling me 10 years from now, who's like the people that probably won't be there anymore, that will probably jump ship and not contribute to AEW. Like, I can see Jericho going back, being done. Like,
in 10 years, I hope Jericho's done.
Well, I could see him, but I'm saying before the 10 years. Like, yeah. I think Jericho does one last run in WWE, and that might be sooner rather than later. So everyone's allowed back. Well, everybody's allowed back. Obviously. Everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
But that's a huge loss for AEW. Like Jericho's done what he could for the people that are there, but the people that were under his wing, I don't foresee them ever getting to be like over like drawing. Like it's all about draw. Like we'll talk about Busted Open. It's all about draw. Like who's a draw? Who's drawing money for the company? Who's selling merch? Not to the same three fucking people.
Yeah.
Who's reaching the broader spectrum? Who's reaching the... Remember when they were playing AEW commercials during the NBA?
Yeah.
And all of NBA Twitter is like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least if WWE's doing it, you're going to throw in like a Bad Bunny and like a Logan Paul, and now you're like, oh shit, I know those people. What the fuck are they doing? Or Pat McAfee. Like, if AEW doesn't want to do that and like cross over into like pop culture, they're not going to grow. Like that's how WWE always did. They blueprinted it. It's a blueprint. It's literally handwritten fucking instructions visually to see what works and what has worked forever. The Vince McMahon blueprint. You could be stubborn. You could not want to follow it. WCW fucking did it.
Yeah.
WCW followed it, not to the greatest lengths like WWE did, but they got Dennis Rodman.
I was going to say, they had their flashes.
Yeah, I mean, you got
absolutely.
an NBA championship, Dennis Rodman, Karl Malone. I mean, that's like courtside beef to fucking... That's good television. But that's good TV. Like
you had them on the Tonight Show.
Yeah,
the Tonight Show was relevant.
Like I said, but fucking AEW hasn't even had. Like they're not. They don't want to cross over into the pop culture world. They had what the MMA guys there for a little bit for a fucking fart. But
Dan Campbell.
Yeah, that didn't really fucking.
I liked that though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm also an MMA fan, so like, it was intriguing.
Yeah, but they probably had it for like a little bit and then they lost it and they didn't want to do it anymore. Because they want to be this alternative wrestling company. Like they're not sports entertainment; they're just wrestling. So they just have tournaments.
But see, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because look at some of the best shit on their program.
Some or all. The shit that's that's not the wrestling part. The shit that you're talking about that is actually like Christian and Edge like going back and forth.
I was gonna say Tony Storm. Tony Storm is
not the wrestler.
Fucking entertainment.
Yeah.
She is fucking phenomenal.
MJF is fucking pure entertainment.
Yeah.
Adam Cole is a lot of entertainment. Fucking what the fuck? Now I'm gonna fucking Roderick Strong.
Oh yeah.
It's entertainment.
Yeah. Him screaming at him
in a neck brace.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything in a ring.
Yeah.
He's not doing any wrestling whatsoever. That's entertainment. You need that.
That's not the professional wrestling that Moxley was talking about.
No, you can have great wrestling matches. We just saw one on Raw. Give me a fucking Sami Zayn and a fucking Drew McIntyre as a starter for a show. That was fucking phenomenal.
It really was. I wasn't expecting that.
No, neither was I, but it was a great wrestling match.
I checked out on McIntyre from recently.
I don't like his promo.
Yeah.
If you're getting out promoted by Sami Zayn, as Sami Zayn's not even a heel, you're the heel.
Yeah, the match was
and
great.
You were worried about us not being able to fucking talk about anything. You got me.
Yeah, but see that's easy. I get you fired up, and you can basically.
You had to talk about intercontinental breakfast.
Yeah, I kind of knew once you're going to head that way, we would have been okay.
It's just that
I just don't.
It's apples. It's apples and oranges. You got someone that is pretending to be just a wrestling company when they need to be so much more, but they're not all wrestling, so they're kind of like a phony in that sense. Like we're this great like wrestling company, but like you don't always do like the wrestling. Like you know what I'm saying?
So is it wrong that I feel bad that we get so negative about AEW? Like I feel bad. I feel like people who have watched the past 20 minutes of us talk feel like,
all right,
how are these guys wrestling fans if they like, you know what I mean? Like I just feel, well, I mean, I try and stay as objective as possible. You not so much.
No, I want to call it how it is and how I see it and how I feel.
Personally, as an opinion, as your opinion.
As my opinion. I don't care what anyone else thinks, but I do know by people reaching out that they have the same opinion as me. So I know I'm not alone in this. And I'm not mad, and I don't want fucking AEW to go out because AEW is giving me a lot of shit that I actually did like to watch.
Yeah. They're giving you Sting's last match.
They're giving me Sting's last match, and that's great. I mean, I wish it was for the other company, but that's beside the point. I want better. I want better from them. I don't want them to tout that they're this alternative and they're like they think their shit don't stink. And I'm here to tell them that their shit stinks. Their shit stinks. WWE shit, I'll tell them when their shit stinks. And we have a whole lot of catalog on how much I thought their shit stunk.
We do.
I'll play both sides of the fucking fence. I want better from them. I want this company that I know can do better, and I know they just need to cut. They need to actually grow a set, cut a good portion of that roster, and rehone focus in on what they have to. Put on your big boy pants.
Just don't see it happen.
No, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening either, and I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
You cut like
I want it to be so much better. I really do.
You cut like the Janelles and the Sunny Kisses and whatnot. Like, you're telling me you don't have a roster spot for them, but some of these other people that you're not even fucking featuring? Like, you tell me you couldn't have Sunny Kiss and Joey Janela in fucking Ring of Honor? Or done something? Like, you're cutting these people like that I kind of actually like.
Yeah.
And you're keeping other people on. I'm like you like have so much fucking talent. Like, what was the extra like 3 people? Like, it just doesn't make.
There's people that you kept. There's people that you're trying to develop, and you're however you're doing that. But there's so many fucking people that you signed off of the indies that we never fucking see that we were excited for. There's so many people that you're still signing here and there that we never fucking see. And you're never going to see them. You're never getting people. You're not getting the majority of people, the majority of fans that you want to watch Rampage, because it's a shit fucking time slot at 10 o'clock on a Friday fucking night. No one.
I'm either drunk or asleep.
Yeah.
And you don't want me to fucking be drunk and tired watching that shit.
There's not a lot of fucking people that at 10 o'clock on a Friday night want to watch that. Now, granted.
No, this was fucking, if we were in lockdown again, your numbers would probably be great.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
You probably have great numbers.
But same thing with Collision. Now, Collision is a little bit easier because at least you're on at 8. And if you have a Saturday night to where maybe you're not doing anything,
I don't think it's great. I don't think it's
great either, but I think it's a little bit better than Friday night at 10 than Saturday at 8.
I'm hoping people aren't like wasting their Saturday nights. Like, I want people to get out and catch some fresh air.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Get out into the world.
Yeah,
don't
100%.
Don't waste your Saturday night.
Yeah.
Go out and see things. It's the time of the year. Go out, fucking see some things. Don't fucking. It's not worth it.
Well, that's what DVR's for. That's what DVR's for. You know what I mean?
I wish it was must see. I wish it was. Like, I wish it was.
I don't think any wrestling right now is must see. Like, have to be on the couch at 8 o'clock watching live. Even Monday Night Raw is not like that. SmackDown's not like that. NXT's not like that. And I watch NXT every week. But we have passed the point of you got to sit down and watch it live.
Yeah.
Because look, how much of WWE have you caught over the past 6 months of just clips?
If we were doing the past 6 months, not much. But if we're doing the past 3 weeks, I'm doing pretty good.
No, I'm saying of clips that you would catch up on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just so much. Let's put it this way. I'm lazy. Therefore, I've done this throughout all. I'm a Cliff Note type of guy. I love the Cliff Notes.
Mm-hmm.
And the internet is the fucking visual representation of Clip Notes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's how I got through school. I was a B average. And that's more than I can say for Tony Khan and the boys.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think any. There might be moments you want to see.
There's moments that I do want to see live.
Yeah.
There's moments that sometimes I'm watching and I'm not expecting much, and I'm like, this was a lot better than I thought. I do that sometimes with AEW too, where I'll sit down and I'll actually watch and I'll be like, all right, some of this is fucking brutal, but some of it's actually like the entertaining parts. I like the shit that's happening, not so much in the ring, like the outside interference and in the back and the promos and stuff like that. Like if I see certain people in AEW that are going to be having a mic, I'll tune into that. I want to hear what they have to say. I want them to talk me into being interested because I know the people that can wrestle.
Well, yeah,
I know that. Like if you could put your matches together, like Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson, like obviously, like I don't really need too much of a build up like that's. But I've already beaten this horse into the fucking ground. Kenny Omega is a special attraction. He is the best bout machine. That is it. That is where he ends. The best bout machine. That's great. You're not the best professional wrestler, though. You're not the best at the all-around aspect of professional wrestling / sports entertainment. You aren't. You're not. You're the best bout machine. But if you want to put him in the ring, that's why I hope he leaves. I hope he leaves. I hope Kenny leaves. Kenny's done everything he's needed to do. He's wrestled everybody.
Except for WWE.
Except for WWE.
Yep.
That's where he needs to be. Fuck it. Fuck his title reign. I don't want him to hold the title in WWE. I want him to be the best bout machine. I want him to put on the 5-star fucking matches with the talent they have over there. That's what I want. And I still didn't get Kenny Punk. And I wanted Kenny and Punk.
You did. Yeah.
That was the only thing I wanted for Kenny Omega. Because that was the only thing I hadn't seen yet. You know what? I'll take a Kenny and Edge. I want to see those two styles mix and mash. I want to see a story being told inside Kenny's best bout. But
I would like that.
I want a demented Edge. I want fucking Edge, Matt Hardy Edge.
So there's well, thank you for saying that name. There's two guys that I just saw him.
He's been deleted.
Him talking about his podcast. So Matt went out on his podcast.
He's got a podcast too. Man, everyone's hurting our numbers.
The Life of Matt Hardy, I think it's called, and
we should have done that.
He talks about that's been our podcast, The Life of Matt Hardy,
where we just go to his house like special weekends,
sit at the Harvey compound. Anyway, he talks about being frustrated with the way that he is being presented, and so did Jeff. Jeff, the same thing.
We had a problem with how Jeff was presenting himself.
Well, absolutely. I thought of that as soon as I saw him say that. But I mean, I've been saying this for a while now with Matt Hardy. Like, yeah, and I think it comes to your point of people towards the end of their career, and Matt thought, oh, I can really do what I want to do in AEW. Got to AEW, started to do it. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, did not.
Well, they put him in some fucked up matches, man.
Well, yeah, but that regardless of that doesn't matter.
He was getting hurt left and right. He got fucking knocked out.
He's not like they're still doing the Hardy Boys gimmick. They're still doing what WWE would have done with the Hardy Boys. They're playing the same fucking Hardy Boys music, like they're the Hard. And then now they had though he's been there for a while with the Hardys, Isaiah Cassidy. And he's just like kind of floating there still as one of the Hardy Boys. And it's just kind of odd. It's the same shit over and over and over again. And every time I see Matt and Jeff and Isaiah, I'm just like, what the fuck are they doing with that? They're not doing anything with them.
Not a damn.
It's the same gimmick over and over and over. And there's nothing new. There's no story with those three.
He had probably still one of the most unique minds in Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
And you can tell he hasn't touched anything in AEW.
No, not at all.
Creatively?
Not since him and Jericho. Which was fucking phenomenal. Like, that was phenomenal. And then just... But that was also during the pandemic where they had time and you could do all these things.
It just seems like who are they utilizing? Like, who's running the storyline? Like, who's... Like
I don't know. I didn't mean to go back to the negative, but just when you said Matt Hardy,
it's a good point, though. I mean, it's already been running to the ground. The creative just isn't there for the large majority. For me,
I agree. No. For me too.
The 600,000 that watch it religiously, good for them, and the 15,000 in attendance, and the Tony Khans. The Tony Khans.
So I say we make an announcement
Oh, gee.
about our show.
We make an announcement. I didn't even know we had an announcement.
We do in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh, did I make this announcement?
You didn't, but you secured.
Oh yeah,
You secured this.
I did secure it.
So
I know what we're talking
I
about
mean, now you do.
Yeah,
Tentatively,
we got Marty Jannetty.
No. No.
And we put him on ice skates.
No. We did not make Joe's dream come true. Not that way.
Marty
no.
Jannetty on ice.
No.
The sequel.
No.
No, the sequel.
Yeah. Tentatively, but I mean, everyone's a go for it. So we'll be recording on December 20th, be a Wednesday night. And we are going to have the entire Goon Squad. The Goons will be joining us.
And Ernie.
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. I forgot that he was coming on with that.
Ernie and the Goons will be joining us promoting Fight Pro.
Yeah.
Fight Pro.
Fight
for
Pro.
their upcoming
January 14th, I believe it is.
Yeah, January 14th is that's the Goons event. The Goons have now taken over majority ownership of Fight Pro. So we're gonna get a lot of litigation, I feel, in this one.
So you're talking 5 guests all at once on our show.
First? No.
No, because we had our Survivor Series match against Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots that one time.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that
so
was
it was
tough.
more than that. But at least the Goons, it's going to be interesting to have all the Goons on.
We're not going to have to do much.
No, there's not going to be a lot of talking on our part.
No.
So it's going to be.
That's good for us.
Yeah,
we need a break. We've been working really hard.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
mean,
you can tell.
Okay,
we're winning.
Yeah.
So
yeah, look, 2 weeks from now, look forward to that on the 20th. We'll be recording. We'll be putting that out later. Actually, that might be the last show we do before Christmas.
Yeah.
So that might be.
We should let them know that to dress in Christmas attire or holiday attire.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll
Yeah, because that will be our holiday special.
Or my light up Stone Cold sweater.
I got my Christmas styling and profiling T-shirt.
Don't cut any obscure fucking promos though. We'll have to cancel you.
Not on this show. This is my show. I'm not cutting anything. I don't ever edit anything.
That is true.
So look forward to that. That'll be our show going out right before Christmas, and talking to the guys, and of course Ernie from Fight Pro getting ready for their show, and then we have probably a couple more shows with some Fight Pro athletes coming up after that.
And we might become a monthly thing where you hear from us monthly before every show.
Yeah, each Fight Pro show.
Well, we also have the bill for Royal Rumble.
Yes.
And we have the first announced combatant. Yes.
Competitor. One of those things.
It was going to be one or the other. It was almost both.
And of course, it's Cody Rhodes. Cody's
going to find a new way
to finish the story.
He's not going to win the Rumble.
I'll tell you what. When you sent me that Instagram picture of Punk and Austin, I popped hard. Yeah. It was awesome.
It was like your dream.
I'm hoping so bad Austin Punk and Mania. But
I hope not, just because I don't want to be wrong. And that's going to be night one. We might have to sneak into the link.
We might have to go down to Xfinity just to be that close, just to see if we can get in.
No, we have to sneak in. We got to make friends.
Bill has tickets to fucking night one.
We'll beat up Bill and take his tickets?
Yeah. Okay. We'll just tell him to come out. Like, hey, come out here real quick and just take his tickets and we'll go in.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So, all right. I think that wraps it up.
Weird chokeholds or some shit. He was in the military. He probably knows something. He probably knows how to rip your ear off.
I'm just glad he actually knew who that he confirmed. He confirmed today when he texted us. Who was it? Horowitz.
Barry Horowitz.
Yeah, he actually knew
I forgot
who
to
he
do
was.
that.
Yeah,
that was a good show. That was a good show.
So we hope you enjoyed the show.
Did. All of them confirmed. They all know Barry Horowitz. Everyone that I said knew.
Yeah. So good. The 4 people.
Yeah.
Good.
The only 4 people that watched. Listen.
Good job. So we hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching and listening.
There's probably a lot of people that didn't enjoy it. A lot of people yelling right now.
If you're an AEW fan, you probably didn't enjoy this show.
If you love Tony Khan, you hate this show.
Very true. Which, if you hate the show and like Tony Khan, you're probably not watching the show very often.
Now that we've gone over every scenario,
Yeah, either
we
way.
bid you adieu.
Yes. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you very soon.